Into the microphone.
Into the microphone, of course. There's this Brummy bloke, right, and he goes into a fancy dress shop. And he says to the proprietor, he says, all right, mate, he says, look, I'm going out tonight. He said, I'm going to this fancy dress do. He said, I need some clothes for it. So the proprietor says to him,
you got the accent, haven't you?
it's
heckling already.
I was born there, you see, this is why. He says, yeah, I need some clothes. He says, right, he says, and sir, he says, what sort of theme is it? He says, it's a fancy dress, he says, a 1970s disco. So he says, right, he says, what you need, he says, you need the big trousers. So he gets these baggy trousers out with the big side pockets and a big waist. Those are, some of you won't remember it, I had a pair myself. But, he puts them on, he goes, God, these are great, look, he said, look at these. Excellent, he said, fantastic. What else do I need? He said, right, he said, you need platform shoes. So he puts the platform, gets them on, gets these platform shoes on, and he stood there, he's bossed in this. He said, look at this, looking brilliant. He said, what else do I need? Need a nice big shirt, he said, with a big collar. So he gives him a shirt, puts a shirt on with a big collar, and he stood there, and he's got this shirt on, he's got his trousers on, he's got his big platform shoes on, and he says, this is bloody great, he said, absolutely flipping bossed it. And the proprietor looks at him and says, yeah, he said, I think you need a kip of tie as well. He said, lovely, he said, can I have 2 sugars?
Oh, dearie me.
No, not good.
Well, I like that one. Anyway. Now, what I did as preparation for this, I went on the internet and there's loads of jokes on there. A lot of them are American, so there's no American jokes in this. These are all UK jokes. One of the websites was the Daily Telegraph Top 50 Jokes. Now, I don't intend telling top all 50 because I can't remember them, but I'm going to do a few of them and I'm going to count them down 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, then I'll do the top 5. So, first one is and you'll recognise the Tommy Cooper jokes in this. There was 11 Tommy Cooper jokes in there, and those of you that remember Tommy Cooper, he is absolutely great. He's one of the best. I went to the doctor's the other day, and the doctor said to me, he said, Bournemouth's great for flu, so I went there and I got it. That's number 50. Number 40. I said to the train driver, I want to go to Paris. He said, you're a star. I said, well, I've been on the telly, but I know Frank Sinatra. Number 30. So not all these are... I'm in a great mood tonight because I won a competition. Got first prize in it. I want a year's supply of Marmite, really small jar. Gotta like Marmite there, yes. Number 20. Sorry, do I need to explain that one? Small jar Marmite, not very good. Number 20. I met a Dutch girl with inflatable shoes last night. I phoned her up to ask her out, but unfortunately she popped her clogs. Number 10. Man walks into the bar with a roll of tarmac under his arm. He said, can I have a pint please and one for the road? Thanks mate. Number 5, this is top 5 now. I said to the gym instructor, can you teach me to do the splits? He said, how flexible are you? I can't make Tuesdays. Number 4. A young blonde woman. She's distraught because her husband's having an affair. She knows he's having an affair. So this blonde woman, she goes out, she goes to the gun shop, she buys a gun. She thinks, I'm not having this. Following day, she goes out, gets home from work. There he is, up in the bedroom with a redhead. And she's absolutely distraught. Totally distraught. She gets the gun out and she puts it to her head. And the husband jumps out of bed, he says, please, Willie, please, don't do it, don't do it, don't commit suicide, just don't do it. She says, shut up, you're next. Oh dear. Number 3. Dyslexic man walks into a bra. How the hell that made 3, I don't know. Number 2. I went to the zoo the other day. There was only one animal in there, it was a dog. It was a Shih Tzu. And the best joke of the lot, this is the one that was voted by the Daily Telegraph readers, the number 1 joke. A woman gets on a bus with her baby, and the bus driver says to her, oh, he said, that's the ugliest looking baby I've ever seen in my life. So she's distraught. She goes to the back of the bus. She sits down and she's fuming. She's really annoyed by this. And she says to the bloke next to her, she says, "That bus driver's just insulted me." She says, "I'm going to go and have words with him." He says, "Yeah, you go on. You can have words with him. I'll hold the monkey for you." Now the next few are a couple of Tommy Cooper jokes, which you'll guess the Tommy Cooper jokes out of them, which didn't make, they were in that top 50. Police arrested 2 kids yesterday. One was drinking battery acid, the other one was letting off fireworks. They charged one and let the other one off. 2 aerials on a roof fall in love, decide to get married. Ceremony was crap, but the reception was brilliant. I went to the doctors the other day. He said, "You got anything for wind?" Gave me a kite. I saw this bloke trying to chat a cheater up the other day. I thought he's trying to pull a fast one. This next one, this is quite a very sad story. A woman gives birth to twins, and she just can't keep them, so she has to give them away. One of them goes to a Spanish family and they name him Juan. The other one goes to an Egyptian family and they name him Amor. And the years go by and the woman remarries and she has a family of her own, and then suddenly, totally out of the blue, the woman gets a photograph from Juan and a letter. "You're better late than never, Tim." So she gets this letter and this photograph of Juan, and she says to her husband, she says, "He's lovely." She says, "I'm really over the moon that I got this photograph of Juan." She says, "I really now would like a photograph of Amal and to hear from him." And the husband says, "What do you want to do that?" He said, "They're twins." He said, "You've seen one, you've seen them all." Went to buy some camouflage trousers the other day. I couldn't find any. Sorry, alright, do you want to do it again? Keep up. I've lost it now. I went to buy some camouflage trousers the other day. I couldn't find any. Yeah. Went to the paper shop, it had blown away.
Oh, God.
I backed a horse last week at 10 to 1. Came in at 4:45. I'll have to read this one. This one's a bit... A lorry load of terrapins crashed into a train load of tortoises. Police said it was a total disaster. We're getting there, we're getting there. Okay. Englishman, Irishman and a Scotsman.
Racist.
And this is especially for Tim now. And they're at the fun fair. And they're going to go on the Helter Skelter. And when they get up to the front there, suddenly this old genie jumps up in front of them. And he says to them, he says, "This is a magic ride, this. When you're coming down the Helter Skelter, if you think of something in your head," he says, "you'll land in it when you get to the bottom." So up goes the Englishman, gets down he goes. And he thinks gold. And he shouts out gold as he comes down, and he lands in a load of gold coins. The Scotsman goes up, and the Scotsman comes down, and he shouts out diamonds! Lands in a load of diamond rings. The Irishman goes up, gets down and goes, "Whee!" Englishman, Irishman and Scotsman in the bar. And they're talking about their wives. And the Englishman says, "My wife went to a sale yesterday. She bought £250 of meat and frozen meat. We haven't even got a freezer." Scotsman said, "That's nothing." He said, "My wife went out yesterday and bought a £17,000 car and she can't even drive." And the Irishman says, "That's nothing." I can't do the accents, but that's nothing. He said, "My wife's gone to Greece on holiday. I was watching her pack the other day, and she packed at least 100 condoms, and she hasn't even got a penis."
John Terry only had one pot.
Englishman, Irishman, Scotsman and a Welshman. And the Welshman dies, and he gives to his friends £500,000 each, on the promise that they must, at his funeral, put £100 in his top pocket, just in case in the afterlife he needs a bit of money. So they're right at the funeral. He's lying there in a coffin. Englishman goes up, counts out, £100, stiffs it in the top pocket, says, God bless you. Irishman goes up, counts out, £100, puts it in his top pocket, says, God bless you. Scotsman goes up, writes a cheque for 300 quid and puts it in his top pocket and takes the 200 quid off. Englishman, Irishman and a Scotsman are on a climbing expedition. And it's a charity and they're up there and suddenly the ledge gives away and it breaks and they're stuck on this ledge. And then poof, this fairy turns up. Poof, anyway. Poof, this fairy turns up, he's got obviously, and she says to them, I can turn any of you into a bird. All you got to do is say what bird you want to be, and I'll turn you into that bird because you're such a good man, and then you can fly off the mountain. So the Englishman says, I want to be a swan. Turns him into, there you go, turn into a swan, and he flies off the mountain to safety. He says to the Scotsman, what do you want to be? He says, I want to be a golden eagle. So she waves a wand, turns him into a golden eagle, and he flies off the mountain. Says to the Irishman, what do you want to be? He says, I want to be a penguin.
Ooh! He's bored!
Englishman, Irishman and a Scotsman in a plane crash. And they land in the jungle. And they're starving in there, but they manage to catch a deer. And they get ready to cook it and they decide, right, how are we going to eat this? How are we going to divide it between us? And the Englishman said, I know. He says, we all support football. He says, what we'll do is my team's Liverpool. He says, so I'll have the liver. Scotsman said, that's a great idea. He says, my team's hearts. I'll have the heart. Irishman says, I support Arsenal. I'm not hungry.
God!
Two Mexicans riding through the desert. Juan and Chico.
Oh no.
I know, some of you have heard this when you're Juan and Chico riding through the desert.
Does anyone else want to go on?
Chico says to Juan, he says, Juan, I'm hungry, Juan, I'm hungry. Chico says to him, he says, look, he says, sorry, Juan says to Chico, you'll have to wait, he says, we won't be far, won't be too long, we'll get to the town. Juan, I'm really hungry. He said, look, it won't be long. Anyway, they come across there's this tree and hanging on it is joints of bacon and bits of meat all over it. So, Chico, Juan says to Chico, quick, go and get it. So he runs down there. As he gets down to it, bang, oh, such gunfire. He runs back. And he says, Juan, it was a ambush.
That is so bad. That is so bad.
He told me that one.
More so over there, who's not in his outfit.
Blind man walks into a pub with his guide dog. Go up to the bar to order a drink. He picks the dog up with the tail and he swishes it round around his head. Barman says, "Oi, what are you doing?" He said, "Just having a look around." Man goes to the doctor and he says, "Doctor, I'm a little bit worried." He says, "Why is that?" He says, "I've got a little bit of lettuce sticking out my backside." So he says, "Drop your trousers, let's have a look." And the doctor's saying, "Oh dear," he says, the man says to him, he says, "Doctor, is it serious?" He says, "It's only the tip of the iceberg." couple of doctor jokes now. Doctor, I think I'm a bell. The doctor says, "Here, take these tablets. If they don't work, give me a ring."
Oh, God.
Doctor, I think I'm suffering from deja vu. Doctor says, "Didn't I see you yesterday?" Doctor, people keep ignoring me. Doctor says, "Next, please."
Why'd you put them in?
Two fat blokes go into a bar. One says to the other one, "You're round." The other one says, "So are you fat bastard." Classroom of kids. They're all there, you see, and the teacher says to them, "Today we're going to learn about history, and I'm going to give you some famous quotes from British history, and I want you to tell me who it is." And the first one, she says, once more into the breach. And they're all looking at her thinking, hey, how's she talking about? Down the front there's this Japanese exchange student, Saido, and he says, Miss, please, I know. And she says, go on, Saido, who is it? And he says, it was Henry V. She says, that's correct, very good. Next one, she says, who said, a horse, a kingdom for my horse? And I'm looking at her thinking, I haven't got a bloody clue what she's talking about. So again, little Japanese mate, miss, I know. And she says, go on, Saido, tell her who it is.
That's quite Mexican, doesn't it?
His name's Juan, isn't it? Says it was Richard III. He says, that's very good. Very, very good. You're showing all this lot up. She says, come on, class, try and get this one. We will fight them on the beaches. I'm going, what? I haven't got a clue. And little Japanese bloke, miss. He says, I know. And she says, go on, Saido, what is it? She says, Winston Churchill. She says, very, very good. At this, a voice comes out, fucking Japanese bastards. She says, who said that? And little Johnny says, it was President Roosevelt. Pearl Harbor. So anyway, the lion, as you all know, the lion is the king of the jungle. And he gets up one morning, and he had a bit of stick from the old lioness, and he thinks, I've had enough of this. I'm going to go out and I'm going to show him who is the king of the jungle. So out he goes. And he sees this giraffe, and he says, oh, you! He says, come here. And the giraffe thinks, oh God, here we go, I'm going to get eaten. He says, who's the king of the jungle? And the giraffe says, you are, O mighty lion, you are. He says, that's good. He says, now you make sure you remember that. He says, I won't eat you this time. Carries on a bit further, he sees this zebra. He says, oi, stripy arse, come here. He says, who's the king of the jungle? And the zebra says, you are, O mighty lion, you are. So he says, oh, I'm all right now, so I'll go back home. And as he's going back home, he sees this elephant wallowing away in the mud, and he says, oi, fat guts, who's the king of the jungle? And the elephant looks at him, gets out, grabs him by its trunk, smacks him around a bit, throws him into the bush. The old lion gets out of the bush and says, no need to get annoyed just because you don't know the answer. A mate of mine said to me, he said, my dog doesn't eat meat. I said, why is that? He said, we don't give it any. I had a meal last night in a restaurant. I ordered everything in French. Everyone was really surprised. It was a Chinese restaurant. Lady went to the doctor. She said, I've got a bad back. He said, no, you haven't. It's old age. She said, I want a second opinion. He said, okay, you're fucking ugly as well. I had a ploughman's lunch the other day. He weren't very happy. 2 cannibals eating a clown. One says to the other one, this tastes funny to you. God's terrible. I went to a pet shop. I says, I want to buy a goldfish. So the pet shop owner says, do you want an aquarium? He said, I don't mind what star sign it is.
Pisces.
Pardon? Very good. Heckle. Very nice heckle though. Yes. Took my dog to the vet the other day because he weren't very well. So I said to the vet, I said, there's something wrong with him. So he picks him up, looks at his teeth, looks at his eyes, checks him all over. He said, I'm going to have to put him down. I said, why is that? What's wrong? He said, he's heavy. I went to a shop. I said, can someone sell me a kettle? And the shop said, Kenwood. I said, where is he then? Ice cream man was found by the police, covered in hundreds of thousands on the floor of his ice cream van. Police say he's topped himself. Man goes to a fancy dress party dressed only in his underpants. A woman comes up to him and says, what are you as? He says, I'm a premature ejaculation. She says, you're what? He says, I've come in my pants. Boom, boom. And that, folks, is it.
Hey!